Hey, it's good to see you. I'm glad you could be here. Today is, what is today? Today is Monday, March 9th. (2026). You know, these past 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, the past little while, it's been a little strange. Because I'm not quite an out-of-body experience. No, not really. I could say kind of... how would I describe it? I would describe it as loose, loose on reality. Body is interacting with things that don't exist. Not in like a another dimension sort of way. Although I suppose it could be. Is my body attuned to another dimension? Is that what mental illness is? Or people who have it's like they have a radio in their head for other dimensions, but the radio isn't quite tuned properly. So you end up, with schizophrenia or depression or panic. You're getting like stray frequencies from other dimensions. That's messing with your brain, Maybe that's what it is. Can you imagine trying to live in 2 dimensions at the same time? I mean, we live in 3, so I guess it's not that crazy. It'd be more crazy to live in 2 than it is to live in 3. But trying to live in 4 when you're a 3-dimensional being? Am I even using those words correctly? How would you spend your time if you lived in an alternate dimension? It's interesting. You think, oh, if I lived in this insert world, a fantasy world, an old world, any type of world, you think, man, life would be great. It would be so different. Pause. Hold on a second. Let's look at the world we're in right now. There's some pretty wild stuff, no? I mean, I don't want to... Maybe that's cliche to sound like, well, we live in this world, so what's the point of living in a, fake reality? Alright, no, it's cool to imagine stuff, alright? Of course I want to have magic and cool stuff, But I don't live in that world. I live in this world, and I don't want to take this world for granted. Being able to partake in the world? And don't get me wrong, there's some terrifying, scary, and probably, well, not probably, there's some evil stuff out there, man. But equally as much, there's some incredible things. Is it worth it to take the good with the bad? The painful with the joyous? Oh, it's like that. I don't know if it's a saying or whatever it is, but it essentially boils down to no pain, no gain, right? You can't have good without the evil. There is no there is no righteousness if there is no sin. That sort of thing. It's nice to get out and it's so easy to get caught up, to forget. I mean, I forget where I am all the time, and not in a dementia sort of way, but in a, like, you ever just look at a cloud? First of all, absolutely massive. Second of all, beautiful. You say today's a bad day? Au contraire, my compatriot. It's a beautiful day. It's like, you ever just pick up like a pebble from the side of the road? They are, there's so much happening in just a little rock. There's so much to see in the little spaces, and there's not to induce anxiety like, oh, I'm gonna miss out. No, 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 no. Hold on. Let's take a deep breath here. Just seeing what's around me. How did it get here? Where did it come from? There's so much to see. In the smallest of things. I suppose it's a worthy reminder to myself. I say, hey, look where you are. The blessings that I have, I'm incredibly lucky. And perhaps this is a ignorant worldview. A privileged worldview. A first world country view. I think what truth is something that is true regardless of the circumstances. If it's only true in a specific scenario or specific place, is it really truth? A all-encompassing truth? Certainly there are facts different from truth? Like, it is, would it be truth, or would it be a fact that I have brown hair? Now we get into the philosophical question, does color exist? Yeah, probably. Probably not. I don't know. Is what we see reality, or is reality what we see? Is there a big boss man in the sky? Are there 99 red balloons, or only 97? Who's to say? Why is it calming to look at, say, I don't know, just to look at nature, to look at grand viewscapes, landscapes, to sit on the shore of the ocean and look at the waves, to look at trees blowing in the wind, to look at clouds floating across the sky. Is that universally relaxing? Certainly somebody would find that terrifying. Something so huge. It's like being in the vacuum of space or in the depths of the ocean. Nowhere to grasp your surroundings, nowhere to cling to reality, to know which way is up. The grand scale of things can indeed be terrifying. Have you seen those those things where it shows the Earth, or like it shows like a person on Earth, and then it zooms out and it goes to a tree, and then to a city, and then it zooms out, shows the whole world, and it keeps zooming out. You see the moon, you see the other planets, you see the sun, you start to see the solar system and the galaxy, and then other galaxies, and then suns as big as galaxies, or stars as big as galaxies. And you just keep zooming out and out and out and out, and you get to the edge of the universe, and it's like, even though there is a certain sense of terror that fills my soul when I see that. I don't know why. Is it a feeling of insignificance? Maybe. I don't know. Is it a feeling of loss of reality? Yeah, a lost touch with reality. Things just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger and larger and further apart. Or on the opposite end, they just keep getting smaller and smaller and more infinitesimal. Does the word infinitesimal come from infinite? Seems like it would. Like, okay. If an atom was the size of a tennis ball, how big would my hand be? Would it be the size of New York City? Would it be the size of the Earth? Would it be the size of the galaxy? What would your superhero name be? What would your superpower be? I always thought like super speed would be cool, but I think in order to make it like livable and not complete torture, would be you got to choose when you live fast, let's say. Because if you're just existing in reality, well, first of all, you're incredibly, if you don't die immediately from walking around, from just walking at, you know, hundreds of miles per hour in a fraction of a second, you are like incredibly dense and like resilient, and you know, so first of all, that your bones, your body, you got some, there are not a lot of things that can like hurt you. Second of all, if you live in that perpetual state, you're living in slow motion. It would be impossible, I feel, to try and like hear what people are saying, because you know it would sound like that, right? I feel like the only way you could communicate would be through writing. But if you could like choose when you exist in that fast state, let's say, then it would be a little bit more manageable, where you could live normal like I am now, and you could decide, okay, time to go fast, and you go, you do the thing, you live in slow motion for a tenth of a second, you do the thing, you come back, and you're back to reality. Like if you had your normal lifespan, but in slow motion, let's say you aged the same, but you're living 10 times as fast as everybody else. How old would you live to be? 10 years old? Would your body age? Would you be 100 years old at 10 years old? I mean, would your body be 100 years old at, I mean, you see what I mean? But just the idea of like going fast, that's cool. One of my favorite speedsters of all time, Dash Incredible. I mean, come on. Who doesn't want to run on water? And I feel like Dash is like he's just fast. He's not living in slow motion. I don't think. I think he's just kind of fast. I don't know. Kind of fast. I mean, he's very fast, but he's not like Flash fast. From what I understand of the lore. But anyway. See, it is fun to go into alternate worlds and universes and dimensions and think about what life would be like, or what you would be, or how you would live. Like Dungeons and Dragons. Creating a story in another world. But human stories. Very fun. I mean, you'll see movies. Those are other worlds. A lot of the time. You know, fictional. Not real. That doesn't diminish their enjoyment, though. Perhaps even makes them more enjoyable. I don't know. What is it about, let's say a story like Harry Potter? What is it about Harry Potter that makes it so great, so fun, so exciting and you want to be part of that world. Is it the world itself? Is it more about the way it's presented? Is it the characters? Is it the human aspect? Can humans make something inhuman? Is that possible? I feel like everything a human does, no matter what it is, will always be, at its core, intrinsically human. A pear can never be a tomato. Whatever the pear does, it will always be a pear. That's not a good thing. That's not a bad thing. It's just a thing. If you have a screw that's too big for the whatever you're trying to screw it with, it's the wrong size. The threads are too far apart. It's never going to fit. Unless you either like retool the thread or retool like the hole. Maybe that's not a great analogy. I don't know. I suppose that's enough for now. We've sufficiently gone down the road of imagination, and we've ended up somewhere different from where we started. That much is true. I hope you have a good week. I'll check in with you in 7 days. Take care.